bookish friends, welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'm going to go over the books I have read for the first week of the amazing Readathon. You can go in my Goodreads, which is linked in the description box, for which prompt it was for. Also, there might be a few that will not have a quote. Without further ado, here we go. Crueler Mercenaries by Maureen Chase. Pro. World building is developed just the right point. Strength, friendships, and sacrifice. Con. A little bit more of a romance, and the villain is not that scary and has a juvenile tone. The quote, there's no quote because this was I read this as an arc and it just came out the third. Deep Haven by Ethan M. Alderjing. Pro. Non-binary main character, perfect, eerie, and spine-tingling. Con. Felt not enough magic. Comes in the book late. Quote. No quote for this one either. You are fatally invited by Andy Pegolo. Pro. A clue theme, many twists and turns. Con. Execution disappointing. The romance didn't fit the vibe. Quote. Sometimes the art of fiction isn't in how intellectual it is, but how well it makes you actually forget the world around you. Sometimes binge reading to escape reality can save a person's life. Then I read Appetite for Innocence by Lucinda Berry. Pro. Very well written, handles the subject matter with respect, and well done. Con. Lack of intrigue of the true mystery. The twist everyone was talking about fell flat. And the quote, he has an appetite for innocence and a very short attention span. The Murder Game by Carrie Doyle. Pro. Crazy ending. Short, very engaged, fast-paced. Con. There are too many gay jokes. You'd think this came out of the 2003. So far-fetched. Plot fell flat. Quote. Tarko was not being very helpful. He was none of those self-righteous, annoying types who was always complaining about getting left out of the group chats and that sort of thing. Then I read 13 Ways to Say Goodbye by Kate Fusner. Pro. Handled grief well. Family relationship, crushes, and more were absolutely beautifully written. Con. This one is one of those novels that need a little more and could editing or more and captured in verse and prose. It would have been captured more than the prose. There's no quote for this one. And then I read Black Sun by Rebecca Ronhorst. Pro. Amazing world building, gorgeous dialogue, immediate pulls you in. Con. Characters are boring, teenage-like dialogue, uninteresting characters. Quote. I am the only storm that matters now, and there is no shelter from what I bring. Next, I read The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. Pro. Great way to widen your or young readers' vocabulary. Amazing start to a series. Con. Is the attempt marriage thing. I won't go into it. Plot too straightforward. And quote, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but first impressions are often entirely wrong. Catherine House by Elizabeth Thomas. Pro. Writing addictive, atmospheric, and memorizing. And the con is no real plot, no progression and boring. And quote is, I don't know, I'm scared of out there. Someday I'll look around and realize 40 years have passed and no one can see me. I am gone. Then I read a classic, Fahrenheit 451, by Ray Bradbury. Pro, strange, quirky, deeply thought-provoking. Con, rambling, the plot is not forward-moving, and the quote is, a book is a loaded gun with the house next door. Who knows who might be the target of the well-read man? That is all that I read for the first week, and I'm going to do for next week what I read coming up next week, and I'm gonna be posting them on Sundays if I can. And if it's not, Sundays will be up on Monday. The latest will be Tuesday. It all depends on my work schedule, and I might be lucky enough to be off on a Sunday, or I'll just post it on a day that I'm off for whatever reason. But it will be posted each week of what I read the week. That is all for me today. Wherever you are, I hope you are having a wonderful day and go read that book. Bye.